Good evening. This isn't a particularly exciting deck, and for some reason I thought it would have been Los Scarabeo. Kind of fits with the fact that they'll do just about anything, but it's a USGames deck. It's called Fantastical Creatures Tarot by Lisa Hunt and D.J. Conway. I got it because it has dragon, but it covers everything. It's got mythology from all over the place and folklore and you name it, it seems to be in this deck, which is a little odd. I don't know that that works. I think it's pretty old, like early 2000s, something like that. But I couldn't resist trying out the new setup. My friend, because I couldn't go and get it, he decided to bring it to me. So the camera here, I don't know if it shows up. Let's see, if I zoom out, maybe it does. You can see the base. It's metal. He made it look exactly like the one that's on Amazon for over 200 bucks. But no well, he kind of charged me. Basically, every time I see him, I have to buy him Orangina. That's Orange Gina. There's little weird bottles that's, I don't know, shaped like hot sauce bottles, I think. The stuff tastes okay, but it's not, it's not that great. It's just where he lives, it's hard to find. So I took him over and showed him a place about 60 miles from here who seems to have his same affliction for drinking that stuff and a bottle of Stoli vodka. He likes to mix the two together. Artist. But normally this would be on the camera. This little thing that helps me get my balance every which direction. I don't know where it came from. It's a little too, it moves too quickly for a level, to be quite honest. But you can make it work if you're gentle enough. I'll put that out of the way. But with this setup, I don't need to do anything. I'm hoping it looks pretty good. I'm also trying out what light that I used to use for tracing things, like drawing, but I don't need it. It's just a flat, what they used to call light box, but this is as thin as about 3 of these cards together. But let's see, what haven't I shown? There's the book, which goes on and all these different Egyptian, Greek, Native American, Persian, Russian of all things, Middle East, Jinn, D-J-I-I-I-N-N, Norse, you name it, mermaids, mermen, fairies, elves. This deck has got it covered. Now, does that make it work? Probably not. An exorcist is called, whoa, the Fox Ladies of Asia. I did notice one, I'll point it out when it comes up, which is a little odd. Jenny Green Teeth. I never heard of that before. And it has 2 of these quick reference cards in there, which are a little odd. Have I seen that before? I don't think so. But there's the 22 major Arcana cards. There's even one for the minor Arcana cards. Just like, a little blurb for each one. Isn't that something? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Maybe I have. Okay, here's the Fool, and one of the reasons I got it, it's got some dragons in it. Not as many dragons as I was hoping for, but it does have dragons. So that's kind of cool. If I can hold it up there. Everything's a bit higher than it was before, which is good. It allows me to zoom in like I'm doing right now. Let's try that. If I can find the right spot. Let's try the old zoomer. See what we can get. Oh, that's pretty good. That's sweet, isn't it? And it's not wobbling because he made it out of really heavy, what is that? Ugh. He made it out of really heavy metal. And it can move left and right. and about, I don't know, about 8 inches up and down. So that's kind of cool. It's very nice of him. Thank you. I won't say his name. He doesn't like advertising. He's one of those kind of artists. But that's what the back looks like. I'll let that go a little bit. I'm probably spending too long on this particular deck, but that's okay. I'm trying to enjoy the new setup a little bit. Plus, the microphone is moved. It now comes at me from above. So I'm not sure how clear I am. This is talking with my head down. That's my head down looking at the cards. See how that sounds. This is how I think I should talk based on looking at other people's videos, like interview type videos. They kind of talk up to the camera, but that will be most unpleasant after a while. But there's the major arcana. So let's bring in the first suit, and I can get past the board, the pole. Uh-oh. Oh, what? Let's take that back a notch. Sorry. I'll go all the way out just to see. Okay, and then I can come in a little bit. Okay. So here comes the wands. I still gotta come up with something to put down to get the previous thing out of the way, I think. I don't know. Let me look over here at the screen, see what that sounds like when I talk this way. Because I have to look over here to make sure they're laid out. Because I have a, what's it called, Cam Link, which they don't sell anymore. So I'm a little worried if that goes, well, I'm out of luck, I guess. I'm back to the old days where I pop the SD card out of the camera and walk it over to the computer. I like this way because the software automatically makes an MKV file, which are tiny compared to MP4, or the worst, MOV files. Those are the worst. I don't edit, so MKV is perfect. Here are the cups. Okay, here comes the one I want to point out, the swords. Make sure I'm getting it right. This is Jenny Greenteeth. You know, I'm perfectly willing to buy her some toothbrushes if that's what it takes to get rid of the green teeth. But I don't think that's what they're talking about. That actually reminds me of my backyard for the 8 years I lived in Louisiana. Louisiana is like going to another country nestled in the middle of America. It is a strange place, but cool. But way too humid and way too hot and way too many tornadoes. But that's the swords. There's Cali. So there's Indian as well. My gosh. What didn't this deck try to do? So last but not least, or kind of maybe, the Pentacles, which got crookedized. And I'm not going to yap about borders or the fact that they got their little copyright on every single one of these. Is that a gnome? Oh, and a baby dragon, kind of. Huh. That's kind of neat. More gnomes? Or are they dwarves or elves? I'm not sure. So that was hopefully quick, not quick enough, I don't think, show of the Fantastical Creatures Tarot. So with that, I'm going to go check out how this looks with the new setup and sounds. Peace.